Hey you guys, before I get started, subscribe, like, and glam show, and subscribe. Can't stress that enough. So you guys, have y'all ever heard of this person called Khalif Browder? And basically this boy, because he was a boy at the time, and like him and his friend was like walking one night like down the street, and like the police had stopped them. The police stopped them, and they was like, we just gonna arrest you. And they like, for what? And it was all over a book bag, y'all. I'm gonna say this one more time. A book bag. Somebody claimed to say that the book bag was stolen or whatever. No one knows what was inside the book bag, by the way. But it was just stolen, and they just assumed that him and his friend did it because they were just a black civilians walking down the street, coming from a party. It had to be like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And, yeah, so they ended up getting arrested, or Khalif did. And he was only like 16 at the time. And, so he went to jail. But y'all, here's the thing that I'm trying to stress. Well, I can't stress this enough. He went to jail, but he went to Rikers Island. Do y'all know what that is? That is a jail, the worst jail that you could ever possibly go to. That jail is not for little boys. Like, it is literally for grown men. It was, yeah, almost prison, honestly. And so he went or whatever, and they wanted him to be like, that he took the book bag, and he actually didn't, though, honestly. But they was like, just say you did so you can go home. He's like, I'm not finna confess to something I didn't do. Khalif was like a small person. Like, he wasn't that tall, you know what I'm saying? He didn't weigh that much. So him going in there was like a hyena. No. I want to say like a little meerkat versus some lions, just prey and predator all the time. So he in jail, he just going at it, getting beat up all the time, constantly for no reason. The guards wasn't helping him. His brother also got into some trouble as well. They said his brother had raped somebody, and that wasn't true, but his brother still confessed to it and said he did it so he can go home. But Khalif was like, no, I'm not gonna confess to something I didn't do. And so he stayed up in there. He stayed in Rikers Island for a while, like over 15 years or something like that. And he tries to commit suicide and everything, and the guards didn't stop him. That was the messed up part. They just let him do whatever, didn't care. Like, the living conditions were terrible. He could barely wash up or anything. It was just really bad. And eventually he ended up getting a chance to come home. No, before I even get to that, his mom, his mom was kind of sick, but she still like was trying to make a way to see him and everything and all that stuff. So she would take like 2 or 3 buses to get to him. And she had heart conditions and stuff, so it was taking a toll on her. And then yeah, it was just real bad. Which color I was gonna use? Which one was I gonna use? I was gonna use, was it blue? And oh, I forgot to show the color. I'm gonna use this one. And So yeah, I'm just like, why would y'all send this little boy to prison, to Rikers Island? He didn't even do nothing. He went to court back to back, and the judge was like, yeah, we'll see, and just kept getting his hopes up for nothing and all that stuff. And it was really bad. I'm like, why would you do that? And it was just sad though, because, you know, he came home eventually. He wasn't himself, obviously, for various reasons. And, yeah, like he was paranoid. He thought the cops was following him and all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? He just didn't trust nobody. Like he went outside one day and he was just walking in four corners of the sidewalk. Like he was just used to a four corner room. That's because he spent 15 years in there. So he had no other choice but to think that way. And yeah, it was just terrible. Like, you know, I do want to speak about the society and how police are messed up, because I'm just walking down the street and you just think I just did a crime. Why would you even think that? Like, they didn't even have a lineup for anybody, like, at all. They literally just took Khalif and his friend and canceled his friend out and just took Khalif. Oh yeah, he did it because he's black. Excuse me? Like, what do you mean? Then Khalif ended up getting into some more trouble and ends up getting into a fight. And well, like a fight with actual weapons. Somebody ended up trying to like cut his neck or cut his face. He was like it's always something. Then eventually, you know, this story went on the news and all over the world. And so you know, he ended up being on TV. But I'm like, it's seeming like y'all like praising for this bad negativity story that happened to him. It's nothing to be praising about. You know, he on live television shows, getting gifts and this and that. And I'm just like, yeah, he was wrongly convicted, but still seems like y'all are celebrating this tragedy. I don't think that was right. Like, because honestly, either way you look at it, it wasn't right. And then, like, eventually, it's always like that. They spent time in jail, the person who didn't do anything, and the person who actually did it, he eventually came forward. No, he didn't. I lied. He didn't come forward. He actually went out the country. So no one could find him. He just left. People tried to call, they made him show up in court and he didn't even do that. And so yeah. But then it's like, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, you know, I'm not gonna confess to anything I didn't do because I know I didn't do it. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that just so I can go home. No, I'm gonna stand my ground and do what I have to do because I'm not finna say I did something and I didn't do it. Over a book bag. A book bag. Keep that in mind, y'all. This wasn't nothing serious. Wasn't a gun. Wasn't nothing. It was a book bag. Just don't be making sense to me. Like the system let Khalif down, like all of that stuff. And y'all, in the end of the story, Khalif actually ended up killing himself because he just couldn't take it no more. And yeah, like his whole life was gone. Like he tried getting a job, like he couldn't do anything, like nothing. But you know, his brother and his mom and stuff made a little, you know, organization for him, you know, just speak up and all that stuff for the wrongly convicted, you know. It was just really sad and pathetic. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. I am not a big fan of the police. I'm not. Only because of stories like that. It's really not cool. And it'd be like, y'all know that I didn't do this. Y'all just don't have anybody else to put in jail. Like, literally. But I can understand why he gave up hope, because the judge, he went into the courtroom multiple times and they kept shutting him down. Well, we'll try again tomorrow. We'll try again next week. We'll try again. We'll try again. You can only try so many times. Okay? Either you're gonna let me out or I'm gonna escape from jail. No, let me stop. I can't plan nothing to escape from jail. It'd take me like years to do that. I couldn't do that. I mean, I could if I had a team, but only crazy people do that. But yeah, y'all. I don't know. Gotta just be careful. But it's not like I'm gonna stop going outside because I think I'm gonna get convicted for something I didn't do. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna stop living my life because you just wanna arrest people for no reason. Maybe he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But honestly, I don't think that was the case at all. He said he didn't do it. He said, and he had an alibi. It's not like he didn't have an alibi, because he did. Well, yeah, Khalif had brothers, sisters, and a whole bunch of family. Like, he was not a bad person, like, at all. Like, y'all knew the person who actually did it was not even here. So y'all just gonna take somebody else. It's not right. It's not right at all. But yeah, you can't give up hope though. But yeah, it was a disgrace though. I'm just like, y'all are like really wrong for that. I have no respect for that at all. This boy, he didn't even have a criminal background. Nothing. He never did nothing. He missed going to school. He missed going to prom. He missed everything. Like everything known to man. Like for real. But yeah, y'all just gotta take it one day at a time, you know. And that's it.